Hello there. How are you? I hope you're well. I wanted to tell you the story of how I came by this lovely piano you're hearing in the background, which is a Knight K10, British-made piano, and from what I can tell, made in about 1978 based on the serial number. It came to me because when I was younger, an old lady to me looked after me. Her name was Anne, and she was wonderful. She's still alive, by the way. I shouldn't say was, is. When I was about 6 or 7 years old, my dad took me to meet this lady in her home. In her living room was this gorgeous Knight K10. I didn't know that at the time, I was young. I wasn't really much of a piano player, of course, but I did try. And I remember thinking to myself, even then, that the sound of this amazing piano was better than anything else I'd played at the time. Of course, there were pianos in my school and all that sort of thing, but they were beat up by children, and this one wasn't. Anne told me that she rescued it from the school at which she used to teach and took it home. She kept it for many years in great condition and had it tuned and looked after it. As I grew older, she told me that she would donate it to me in her will. Now this sounds sad, but it's not, because she's still around. When she gave this to me in 2015, after I'd moved into this very place that you're seeing right now, there was a huge space in the living room. And there are 2 back doors to this house. One, which we can exit and enter from, and another, well, there's a piano in front of it now. My wife wasn't happy about this at the time, but when she started to hear the sound of this piano, because of course she didn't know me at the time, she grew to like it, and the whole family grew to love it. Anne came down with 2 men in a van, which sounds far more sordid than it actually is, but she paid to have it delivered to my home. She watched it being installed and sat on the sofa and listened to me play it. I think it was quite an emotional moment for her because she knew me as a child, and then as an adult with my own children, and heard me play this piano, which I loved very much and still do love now. A few years later, this piano appeared on BBC television in the news article for hot weather. And I got a message from somebody on Facebook who said that her grandfather used to polish all the Knight pianos in the factory. And she said that this was one of them that he would have touched, and that she'd never really heard a Knight K10 piano before. And so this article really made her feel connected to her grandfather in a way that she may not have felt before. And she thanked me. I never knew this lady before, and I was really touched by her story. So this piano has a lot of sentimental value to me because it was given to me as a gift. And, you know, sometimes you get gifts from people and you have to keep them even if they're horrible, because they're gifted. This isn't one of those. This is something I love and will love for many years to come. I have it tuned regularly by a wonderful piano tuner called Paul Hopkins, and he likes it too. We both jointly decided to name this piano Knightly, Knight K10. So it makes sense, you see, Knightly the piano. And every time he comes and tunes her, we find just a different way, a subtle way of making her better and better each time. She's a joy to play, a joy to listen to, and works in just about every style imaginable. I've had friends come here and play classical. I've had friends come here and play wonderful jazz like you've never heard in your life. And she handles everything with ease, effortlessly and gracefully. And this truly amazes me, because not every piano sounds good in every style. I think if Mr. Steve Anthony came here and played Boogie Woogie on her, she'd cope with that as well. Me, I just do what I do. But I've used her in a couple of tracks and you've probably heard some of them. This has been the story of how I got my Knight K10 upright piano. And I hope you enjoyed it. I shall play you for a bit longer, and then I shall leave you be. Have a great, great day.